Facebook world, ZD here, coming live from Melbourne, Australia with some epic content, which I'm about to go over right now off my new phone. I've just got a new phone recently, so I'm freaking excited about using this. It's so damn clear than my old one. But I'm going to talk about something today, which is I'm going to talk about financial thermostat. Now, people sometimes get so confused about what a financial thermostat is, and to be honest, from what I've realized, most people don't even know where it's set to. So we're going to talk on this live right now about where yours is set to, so you can get a pen and paper out and we can kind of work out where your financial thermostat's set to. Because I can tell you right now, if you don't change the inner world, the outside bank account doesn't change. This is happening with every single business owner out there, every single human being. We all have a thermostat. We have a thermostat around our health. You know, if you start eating lots of food, like for me, if I put on massive amounts of weight, let's just say I go on a holiday, which I wouldn't overeat on a holiday. Let's just say I did and I put on 5 kilos. That's too high for me. I will do everything in my power to come back down to where I feel comfortable. And it's the same thing that happens around money. Now, what people do wrong is they invest their money in a coach. And all of a sudden they're like, okay, I've got to invest. And then the coach goes, hey, I'm going to teach you how to market. I'm going to teach you how to sell. They don't work on the money side of the things, but they focus on if you can just get enough leads and then we can sell really hard to these leads, your business is going to change. Now, what's the challenge with that? The challenge with that is we ain't working on the relationship with money. Now, what's the consequence of that? If I just give you marketing and sales and that's it, and I don't work out where your financial thermostat is, what's going to start happening inside your body? You might get a sale. Oh my God, guess what's happened? This has happened before. I just made $3,000. This is so incredible. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Let's hammer more. Because I'm doing this as a strategy because people come to me and they're like, hey, can you just show me how to make money? And that's easy. But I can tell you right now, you ain't going to last consistency because of your financial thermostat. So they make a 3K sale. They feel good. And then what happens 2 weeks later? Zero money. And all of a sudden they start sabotaging themselves and then they go back into their norm. Now let me explain what a financial thermostat is and why if you ain't changing this, you stay the same financially. There's 2 financial thermostats we have. We have an income financial thermostat, which is what you are producing every single day. Like if you're in a job right now and you're making $1,000 a week, that's your income financial thermostat. You're consistently making $1,000 a week, right? And then we have another one, which is a net worth financial thermostat, which we all know, net worth, and we're not focusing on real estate or stocks. That's part of it. But for most coaches, they don't even have any of those things. They only have what's in their account. Now, we all have a comfort zone of where we all feel comfortable. Some people might feel comfortable with $2,000 in their account. Some people might feel comfortable with $5,000, $10,000, $100,000. We've got to figure out where your ceiling is, which is the top part where you will not go above because then you'll start sabotaging. And then also the bottom place that you will never, ever let yourself get to. And if you do let yourself get to, you will feel poor and you will go crazy until you get back to this middle place, which is your comfort zone. So we have a ceiling, which is the place where if you get to the ceiling type, let's just put numbers out right now. Let's just say, which is a super low financial, let's just say $10,000, which is super low, is the top ceiling financial thermostat. Then we have the floor financial thermostat, which is $5,000. So you go in between $10,000 to $5,000 like this in your bank account. So all of a sudden, let's just say you get your tax back. Oh my God, I remember when I was in a job and I got like my $2,000, tax back or whatever it was. And I'm like, oh my God, I have money now. But the reality is I was playing that game and all of a sudden I had 2,000. I was getting higher to the 10, let's just say. And then all of a sudden, what do I do now? I relax. Oh, we can go on a holiday now. Let's go out and spend all the money. Then you start justifying spending because all of a sudden you're not used. You start spending like absolute damn crazy. It's insane what people do. They just start spending like crazy. Now, what happens the opposite way? If I go down to the bottom floor, which is say $5,000 or $2,000, let's say I went below, all of a sudden I'll go into craze mode. Oh my God, or I've invested $2,000 or $3,000 below what my floor is. I'll start freaking out. Oh my God, I'll do whatever it takes to get back to that comfort zone between the 5 and the 10,000. And all of a sudden we go up, I relax. Oh my God, I'm broke. oh my God, I'm comfortable again. Oh my God, I'm broke. And people think they stay in this very narrow bandwidth between 5 and 10,000 or 20,000 to 30,000, whatever. And they never change their income. They never change how much money they have. It's insane to me that people can go through every year of their life and either be worse off. It's insane to me. Worse off. What will you please tell me what you were doing those 52 weeks? Were you just sitting on your ass hoping one day life's going to change? This is what people do. Look at it like you're in a thermostat. If you're in an apartment building, let's just say 20 degrees is the internal game no matter what, even if it's freezing outside or it's hot outside. Your inner thermostat, as soon as it starts to go up to the top, all of a sudden the air conditioners will kick on and it'll bring you back down to your comfort zone. And all of a sudden it starts to get too cold, the heaters kick on and then it brings it up back up to here. What we want to do and what I teach my clients is I teach them not to have a floor line. I don't want them to have any form of ceiling. Now, how the hell is ceiling with your financial thermostat? That's what I want to know. How can you go through your life and not have a ceiling? Now, let me explain to you how I really do this. In order to get success, especially financially, we need to go above and find out what are they back. What are all the limiting beliefs that are holding me back? Because they're holding this up here. They're holding your financial thermostat together. So what we need to do is we need to figure out what are the biggest limiting beliefs that are holding us back. So I want you to write that down right now. And the way to figure it out is look at your bank account the last 3 months. Where do you start feeling crazy and you need to make more money in your bank account? Is it 2,000, 5,000, 10? I've had people that have said 500. If 500's there, I start getting scared. And as soon as I get to 1,000, I'm comfortable. Sometimes it's so damn low. I want to figure out what yours is. Where do you start feeling comfortable? And where do you start feeling scarcity? If we work out your inner, this is the inner game, and we start working out where this is set to, that's the first step, awareness. The second step is clear the limiting beliefs, which is holding the top together. What's stopping you from doubling right now? Figure out, ask those questions. And you'll say, oh, well, what's stopping me right now is, my belief. I feel like I don't deserve anymore. I don't need anymore. I've had people that said, oh, well, the sun's coming out today. I don't really need to push myself. And then they sabotage. They're in a delusion. You're delusional. Now, what people need to understand is what are the limiting beliefs? And then you need to start chunking through these limiting beliefs. You need to start doing processes on it. You need to start getting a coach that can help you transform these beliefs so you can take your business and life to the next level. Because I can tell you right now, ever since I was aware of this, my finances significantly changed through what used to be at. It's kind of, I look at it back and I'm like, how did I live on that? How did I used to live on that back then? My worth around what I deserve was so low that I justified with the delusion that it's okay to be broke. It's okay to be stuck. Well, it's not. I'm telling you right now, if you're broke right now, it ain't good enough. If you are stuck right now and you're not being successful financially, it is your fault. There's no other person's fault but you. But you can do something about it. Step 1's awareness. Step 2 is clear the internal blocks around and reset your financial thermostat. It's something that we do with my retreats for one day. We spend an entire day on rebuilding your financial thermostat. Now, if we recreate your financial thermostat, you won't start thinking the same way. As soon as you get a 5K payment, you'll be more excited to get the next 5 instead of saying, oh, I've got 5, that will last me for the next month. It's that internal stuff that happens unconsciously that controls our life. This is so important in business and people don't understand it. If your coach is not going over this and they're only teaching you sales and marketing and you're like, Zach, well, I keep making a 5K sale here and there, but I don't know why there's never money in my account. The reason is because you have a financial thermostat and it's low and it's freezing cold and we need to change it. And if you change it, you can have life on your terms. And plus, the third key to this is you've got to install the new habits in. So the first one is awareness. The second step is clear the junk. The third step is rebuild the identity who you want to be. Because an identity is how you perceive yourself to be. If you perceive yourself to be poor, you will stay poor. If you perceive yourself to be, I'm a person that makes a lot of money, you'll be a person that makes a lot of money. Because why? It's a standard. I have a friend right now that literally every year he makes 200 grand and he says, hey, I only work 3 hours. I try not to make money, I just make money. Why? Because that's his thermostat. He doesn't even focus on anything else. And all he does is spend 3 hours doing basic stuff every day and he makes 200 grand a year. And he says, I'm so lazy, I'm so suck. That's where his thermostat is. You can actually still be lazy and make some form of money. So I'm telling you right now, this is the secret. If you are not growing your coaching business, it is your financial thermostat. You need to delve down deep into what's really going on around your money stories, clear the money stories, and start associating to, I have a client, for instance, like this is one, and obviously I talk about heaps, rebuilding a new identity. This guy does 1,000 affirmations a day. A day. That means 7,000 a week. When was the last time you did 7,000 a year? When was the last time you did 1,000 in a year? Change your internal stuff. I'm telling you this right now. I've worked so hard with all different coaches. I've seen all different coaches from every single niche that you could ever imagine. I've coached them. And I can tell you right now, it's not a lack of what they know in the skill set. It's their financial thermostat. It's their blockage inside their mind. If you don't clear it, you will stay broke. You will stay stuck. When you change your financial thermostat, you will start making a lot of money. That is the truth. You'll have consistency around money because that will be your new internal standard. If you want to know more how to do this, you want to learn a little bit more, please reach out to me. I'm happy to send you some free resources around this so you can start learning about where your financial thermostat is. Have an incredible day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.